Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 111 of Direwolf20's FTB Skies Expert Mode Let's Play. Today, got a few minor tasks to wrap up towards the end and show you what I've been working on between episodes. So between episodes, I crafted a lot of the stuff we need for the end quest here. Mostly the stuff that I already had on autocraft. So pure crystals, done. Ender predictions, done. Quantum mechanisms, done. Thread of gilding we're going to do now, and then Stellarium ingots we're going to look at today, because that is a process. A little bit of a process. So 2 air essence, a blank thread. So air essence times 2, along with an Elytra. Didn't we have an Elytra? Am I crazy, or didn't we find an Elytra in the end city? No? Did we not have an Elytra? I am like almost certain we found an Elytra out there, didn't we? Didn't we? Okay. Well, that's a thing. That's a thing. I guess we're gonna have to go look for an Elytra real quick. Which shouldn't be too bad, considering I know where there's a few of those dudes. Elytras are usually in the flying ships, right? And we found like a few flying ships. So, the end, dial it up. And remember, I have infinite flight now, so this will be even easier than it was last time. Let's put this away in case I accidentally click it. Psst, that's the part where you do the thing. No. There you go. So, there's, I think, due west. Let's go due west. Okay, that should be cool. We'll grab an Elytra real quick, and then that'll mark this thing complete. And then, there we go. I guess technically I don't need the Ars Nouveau flight ritual anymore, right? I mean, it's just been sitting there not doing anything for a while, but yeah. So this was just a city, no flying ship next to it. That was also just a city. This one had a ship. This one I don't think had a ship. Well, what we can do is we can just look quickly for a ship. And if we don't find one, that's fine. We'll figure it out off camera. Because I can just fly around a lot longer off camera without feeling like I'm being boring. So, plans for today. We have to get Stellarium ingots. That's going to be a big deal. The Singularities I have in progress. And when we get back, I'll show you how I set that up. So clearly no ships over here. So let's just go up in this direction. I'm almost certain I grabbed the Elytra, because I always do. It would be shocking to me if I didn't grab it. So I'm assuming I use it for something and I've forgotten. So let me just fly for a bit, find another end city with Elytra, and then we'll be back to grab it and talk about all the stuff we're going to do for the wrap-up. Found one. In theory, I found one. Hello, minicubes. Did you steal my helmet? No, he just copied it. Okay, cool. I was going to be very unhappy with him if he stole my helmet and then fell into the void. But no, we're luckily for him, we're fine. Oh, look at that, he just copies my... Okay, well, I got something for you here. Thank you. Some junk. Some junk. Anything of particular interest? Maybe. Cool. And then what I came here for. Haha! Told you there'd be an Elytra in here. Cool. Now, apparently I can duplicate this, right? With that. However, in order to get dragon scales, drop from the Ender Dragon from any kills beyond the first. Ugh. I feel like I should do it just to be safe, right? Probably. I've got the OP and the flight now, so it should be a little bit easier to kill him. Yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna want a usually it's nether stars that need the thing. What's it called again? The crystal. Isn't that what it's called? Crystal? Yeah. End crystals. Oh, okay. That doesn't look so bad. Do we have any extra cores? We actually do, because I made a bunch. Okay. So back to the end. Been a while since I've done this, but I'm pretty sure it's the middle, right, that it goes in. And this is going to be loud, isn't it? I forget what you are. Is it hostile creatures that's loud? Or is it ambient environment? Maybe I can do... How about that? I like that. Look at that. There's like an orange dude over here. That's exciting. Orange dudes generally drop orange things, but I guess he didn't feel like it today. What's he do? Cancel my flight? Sort of ish. There we go. Mission accomplished. Maybe. Dragon Soul, Art of Forging. I'm not familiar with that mod. It's cool looking though, right? So did he drop? I did get one, so I'll take it, right? And then if I need any more, we can make that happen. Okay? To home, James! Okay, so then you're going to be 1, 2... Oh, is that what you dropped? No, that's nothing good either. And then you. And then you. Cool. So now that that's done, and we only needed one of those, what remains to get this end quest done? So first off, 1024 Singularities, which as you can see, we're about halfway there. So that's cool. And that's you, and then that's... done. Nice. Okay, so how did I get this thing cooking? Lots of torches. Lots and lots of torches. So I decided to use the creative infinite lava tank with a bunch of laser IO nodes, all extracting and dumping into here, and then tick accelerating it. So you can see the rate at which we're producing one of these, right? It's like one every few seconds. It doesn't take too long, maybe 5 or 10 seconds. If you watch the video, I guess you can determine how long this is taking, but my gut's telling me it's around every 10 seconds. And we're halfway there, so we only have like 500 more, so 5,000 seconds? That ain't terrible. That's like an hour maybe? So while I'm doing other things, I'll let that cook. Cool? So speaking of other things, there's a few other things we're going to need to do. Specifically, Stellarium ingots are not easy. So we're going to need to get Advanced Mixer with Melodium Dust and Nether Stars, which means a lot more Nether Stars, which means we should probably start working on Wither data models. Cool. So you do that thing. So that'll get me my Nether Stars. So then we're going to need 64 Melodium Dust, right? Can I get 30 at a time? I can. Apparently not. We can get 20 at a time still, though, so that's cool. So we remember how much fun it was to make this before, so we're going to have to do that again, because we're going to need 64 more of those. Right? So we'll kick off like 20-ish, and 20 more now. So 6, 5, 4.7, getting there. 3.4, 1.8, 0.6, and now we should be good. Minus the fact that we don't quite have enough liquefied source just yet. Missing 91. Yeah. There we go. 20 more. So that'll get me close, right? And then 24 more and I'll have enough. Now, the real trick is what we need to do to make this. And that is make liquid superheated sodium, which only comes from superheated sodium, which only comes from a fission reactor with sodium in it. So we're going to need to remove all the water from our reactor, get superheated sodium, and then extract that superheated sodium and dump it into something. So, if that sounds like fun, that's what we're going to do. So let's give it a shot. It shouldn't be too bad, because I think I just need to like feed sodium into my reactor. Now, in theory, I should have a bunch of sodium over here, right? Yes, we've got 32 buckets of sodium. Now, in order to make Stellarium dust, we're going to need a bucket of superheated sodium. So in theory, I need 64 buckets, right? And you're making brine. So I need a full chemical tank of this. So what I need to do is dump excess on my chlorine, right? For the moment. So I can fill this up with sodium, right? And let's get a new tank ready to go. There you are. Okay. And what I'm going to do is have you push down. Goodbye, sodium. Hello, sodium. All right, and how are you on speed upgrades? You could probably use some. How am I doing on upgrades? Do I even have any? Probably not. So 40 speed and 40 energy. And is there a pump laying around in here? I feel like there should be. And that pump should have a bunch of upgrades that we don't need in there. Cool. And that means that I can put half of them in there and half of them in there. And that's cool beans. Minus the fact that we have very little brine left. You don't seem like you want to extract the brine fast enough, do you? Nope. So that means brine tank, you're with me. ultimate mechanical pipe. There you go. Now we're cooking. How great is that? Right? And now you're going to fill up with sodium, 64 buckets worth. Okay. I'm going to snag that. And you know what I might do? Just for funds, because I can. Make another tank. Maybe. Maybe I can. Okay, and we'll get 2 sets of superheated sodium. Is that cool? Good. Now you can no longer dump excess. And everybody's going to be nice and satisfied and happy again. Cool? Great. So now we take this dude and we head into our... I've really not much ever done this, so we're going to have to wing it a little bit. But my assumption is I can just drain all the water out of here. And to do that, what I'm going to want to do is something like that. Right? Now you're filling up water from here, which we're also going to want to stop for a moment. Okay. So now if I set you to... Actually, let's just make it 1 for now. That should be enough to drain the water pretty significantly. And then we just have to be quick on the scram button. What I might do is just scram it real quick, and then if we did 0.1, that should be cool, right? And then as soon as the water runs out, we should see the temperature start to spike, and then we hit the scram button. Got it? So here goes. Getting ready. There we go. See the temperature went up? So now we have no water in the tank, and no waste or anything else, right? So now you are empty as well. So let's disconnect you, and instead what we'll do is get another tank, right? And maybe we upgrade you to be like a tier 2 tank. Does that sound like a plan? Cool. Do I have overclockers? I should. A little bit quicker. Just a little bit. Okay, so now you're ready to yoinks that, and you're going to take the tank that's in there and make that bigger. So that'll be the output tank, and that's where we're going to put our superheated stuff, right? So now if I insert into you, right, you've got no water. If I break you, and then we do not ultimate mechanical pipes, but tubes. Actually, I don't think I even need you. What I can do is just put you here and set the backside to output. That seems cool. And then the same for you. Set the backside to output. That seems cool. And then we do this. And if my guess is correct, when I activate this, you're going to be making superheated soda. Oh, wow, you're already full. That was quick. That was quick. 128 buckets. Well, there you go. Okay. And then we can go back to you being real. We can go back to you being cool. Right, and now it's cooling down the temperature, and it's probably making some steam a little bit. And then you guys can return. And then that'll fill that up. And now, if I set you back to 30, we don't want to do that yet, because we want to make sure there's water in there before we do that, right? You have a decent augment in you, but yes. Getting there. How bad of an idea would it be to turn it on right now? As long as we're net gaining on water and we don't clear out too much, we should be cool. Yeah, I think we're fine, right? And then it's gaining on water, so we're fine on that front. Right, so slowly inching up in terms of water. And this guy producing steam again. And most importantly, we're producing nuclear waste again, which means we can keep working on... Oh, good, you're done. 20 more, please. Still waiting on water. All right. But yeah, that is net gaining, so that's cool. Right? Yeah, I think we're good on that. So let's get out of here. And we've got our superheated sodium stuff, right? So now I need a condenser. Right? A rotary condensator. Part of me doesn't even mind if we do that. Are you too fast? You might be. Okay. Rotary condensator. Cool. Alright, so now we've got superheated sodium, which we can turn into liquid superheated sodium. Yes? I'll just flux point it right here. It doesn't matter where I do this. So we're going to want a flux point, and then we're going to want a tank. And we're going to want, like, an advanced tank, right? Because we're going to want to... Actually, we're going to want even better. $128, right? Because it's 1-to-1. So then you, and that. And then your job will be to push in that direction. You're converting. Slowly but surely, but that's what we have these for. Cool. And now that's twice as much liquid superheated sodium as we're going to need. Now, while we're waiting on you, this, my friend, needs to hurry it up. Let's go. Make some water. And you're going to make 20 more. Thinking about it. I think I could get 24 out of you, because then I can do it all at once. That could be cool. Looks like we're good for that. 0.765, and go. Sweet. And then you're full, 128. You've got nothing. So you can eject my upgrades back. And if I ever need you again, you're there for me. Right? And then you, Mr. Tank, can be ready to be hooked into the system for use as needed. So what I might do is remove this import bus and this export bus. And we'll throw a quick storage bus on there. with the tank, and you're going to be configured to only do superheated liquid, right? And now we have enough to make the thing. Sweet. So now all we need to do is teach you how to make this dude, which should be, in theory, relatively easy. It's just an advanced mixer. And then you get smelted. And that's what we need for the quest. 64 of that. Cool. So you're the smelter dude. You're the mixer dude. And then I assume that you're the slowdown. Yippers. You know, Dire, he impatient. And then how are we doing on wither predictions? Not too shabby. Looking good. Okay, so Melodium's almost there. I assume you're just doing a little bit of this slowness. Cool. Last little bits of Melodium trickling in, and then once they're all there, I'll kick off the craft for Stellarium. And that's kind of neat. And remember, we have enough to make an extra 64, which maybe someday I'll do. I assume you're being slow again. Oh, I know where the slowness is. All right. We're almost done with it. There we go. $64, done. Stellarium, 64, start. Awesome. So that'll take care of that for us now. Cool. So now that Stellarium's done, and we're at 500, so we've already made another 100-ish of these singularities. At this point, all I'm really waiting on is the last antimatter. So let's go check in on that. So speaking of the antimatter, and the reason we wanted to make sure that reactor was running again, how are we doing over here? 108-ish. We probably have a good backstuffing to clear up because the sun's on its way up. Is that right? Yes, it is. Cool. So that'll start producing more of this in a minute, and then that'll be cool. So while we're waiting on that last bit, let's look at the real final quest, which is the Pina Colada. Possibly getting caught in the rain. We'll see. So Pina Coladas require the following. Pina Colada, right? So first we're going to need one bamboo mug, and then it has to go through this 50 times. So we need to set up this sequence of stuff, right, 50 times. Looks like a lot. I'm a little bit worried. But we're going to need some Pina Colada mix, which is just virgin Pina Coladas and ethanol. Sounds delicious. Concentrated from cryo-infused gas and pineapple juice, which just needs pineapples, which is a lot of things. It sure is. Or we can turn a little bit of pineapple cubes, which don't seem like they have any kind of way to be made or recipe. So I don't think that's the right path. Okay, so one pineapple, here we go, place and grow a pineapple to obtain multiple pineapple cubes. Okay, maybe. But one pineapple will turn into one bucket of pineapple juice, which will turn into one bucket of virgin Pina Colada, which will turn into one bucket of liquid virgin Pina Colada, which will turn into one bucket of Pina Colada. And we're going to need 5 buckets, because we need 50 times 100, right? So 5 buckets. Not terrible. Doable. The Fruit of Grisalia. So we can get that from the Gaia Guardian prediction. So I'll just throw that thing back in there. So that's not terrible. And then let's make sure you're here. Chorus Tea. Quantum Fluid. And Chorus Petals. Can be brewed into Chorus Tea juice to obtain Chorus Tea. Maybe. Starting to get a little bit nervous about all this. Cryothium, which is cryofuel plus blizz powder equals cryothium. That's doable, as long as we keep the temperature nice and low. Even just the advanced mixer would be fine to do it on too. That's cool. So that's easy. Resonant ether, we have that, right? Pretty sure we have that. Yes, and we can make more? Yeah, in theory. Cool. Okay, so that's easy. Charged Snowball, which is just energizing. That's easy. And Miniature Blue Heart, which needs melted blue hearts around any other heart. Ah, I see. We have a bunch of reds and a few greens. So this, if we got melted blue hearts, so a bunch of greens, a bunch of yellows, and then a bunch of reds. Okay. We have some yellows. We have a lot of reds, at least. But I don't know if we have enough based on that progression tree, right? We'll have to see. Alright, seems like a lot. So what we're going to want to do is this. Alright, so to get one melted blue heart, I needed to use almost all of my miniature red hearts. So that's concerning. So upgrading these heart things is definitely not the path to take. We're going to have to find the source of blue hearts and figure out how to farm them. Because we need how many? So if I want the Pina Colada, we're going to need 50 miniature blue hearts, right? 50. Alright, so let me investigate this between episodes, but at least for now, we should have our Stellarium ingots. Which means a big win there. Sweet. I'll let the antimatter build up, which shouldn't be too big of a problem, right? You're still growing. And then hopefully we'll have our 5th antimatter soon, right? We're at 314, so we're a third of the way towards our last one. And then, I mean, we're like really close. So when we come back next episode, I'll let the game run for a little bit and just generate all this so that we can get our, you know, singularities. Then I'll hand in the antimatter, and that'll be the end of that. And then we'll decide how we're going to handle Pina Coladas. Because clearly, like, not bad, not bad. No idea how to get these chorus petals, but I assume that they're in the end, right? Because it's part of Unusual End, so we have to go explore a little bit. But shouldn't be too bad. And then we just need some chorus, like, that's doable, right? That doesn't look terrible. Not bad. Easy. Easy. No idea. We'll find out. For now, Adult 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.